Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Health by M, the podcast with me, Mathilde. I hope that you are doing well and that you will enjoy this week's episode, which is going to be a new concept I might start with if it's something that you like. And the concept is to share a few tips every month, a few tips within different things, health and wellness. And it's an idea that I got since you always ask me for tips, and I've noticed that it's the most popular section within my newsletters. You seem to love the tips that I'm sharing there. So yeah, I'll try this out and see what you think. Please send me any feedback if you have any thoughts and opinions on this concept. But yeah, I think it could be fun because I also love to share tips. I have so many tips within everything from food to workouts to travel hacks and everything. So yeah, let's see how this goes. All right, so to start, my first tip this month is to try a Reformer Pilates workout if you haven't yet. And if you follow me on Instagram, you might already know that I'm doing my Reformer teacher training right now this spring, which is almost entirely online with Stockholm Pilates Center. I will actually dedicate a whole episode to this later this spring for those of you who are interested in knowing more. But anyway, Reformer Pilates is such an amazing workout that works the whole body in a very gentle way, but it's still a workout where you really feel the burn. It's a lot tougher than it looks like, but it is, in my opinion, so much fun. And it is a great next level if you've tried mat Pilates before and you're looking for a new way to train your body. Also, if you like yoga, but you want to try to work out with some props and maybe even a machine, this is incredible. And speaking of the machine, it's much easier to learn and to get to know what it looks like. So I really want to encourage anyone who feels scared to try it to just do it anyway, because you will get a hang of it very quickly. And I have actually done a few sessions here in Mexico City this month, which has been super fun. And I've got so much inspiration and received so many tips. It has been a bit tricky though, since all classes have been in Spanish, which is a language I do not speak. I understand quite a lot because I know Italian, but since I know the movements and the machine from before, it's been okay and I've been able to follow along anyway. So yeah, if you haven't tried a Reformer class yet, you should definitely give it a go. But if you're new to it, maybe do it with a teacher that speaks your language as a start. But yeah, it's so much fun. It works the body in such a great way. And it's actually quite easy to learn, much easier than it looks like. So yeah, this is the first tip that I just want to share. And then my second tip is for all of you who are also matcha lovers out there. And it's something I've talked about before in, for example, my episode about matcha. But it's so good that I think it deserves another mention. And it is to add a drop of essential mint oil in your matcha. It makes it taste so good. And it's a great way to find some variations in your matcha routine. And if you want to try something new, it is important though that you use an oil that you can add to cooking and baking, because not all essential oils are okay to consume. So just double check that before. I use one from doTERRA, which I love, so I can definitely recommend that brand if you want to try. I also have 2 recipes on the retreat that include mint and matcha. It's a drink and then a raw cheesecake that is to die for. So a tip is to check out those recipes as well if you like this combo. I just wanted to quickly interrupt this episode and share an offer from Sakara, and for all new customers. You get 20% off your first order if you use the code XOHealthByM, which is amazing if you want to try this brand but haven't yet. I am such a big fan of Sakara and I love both their amazing products and meal programs. The product I'm loving a little bit extra at the moment is their Metabolism Super Powder, which I add to my smoothies, hot chocolate, or chicory lattes, when baking, and so on. It tastes so good and it helps curb sugar cravings. It supports a healthy gut, it eases bloat and supports digestion and more. So don't forget to use this code and shop through the link I provided here in the show notes if you want to try this amazing product or anything else from Sakara. And by using this code, you also help support Health by M and this podcast as we earn commission. In addition, I just wanted to share a little code and offer to anyone interested in trying my membership platform, The Retreat, where you, for example, find the recipes I mentioned before. In addition to healthy recipes, you also find lots of meditations, Pilates classes, yoga. You get access to rituals, hypnosis audios, schedules, challenges, and a lot of other content within holistic health so that you can create your own routines and retreats and have everything gathered at the same place. We also share new content weekly and add new challenges, routines, and retreats every month that you can follow for some inspiration and motivation. So if you want to try it out, you can use the code podcast and get 20% off any membership. You always have a 7 days free trial, and you find the retreat on healthbym-theretreat.com. All right, now let's go back to the episode. Then my third and last tip this week is actually about another podcast that I've started to love so much. And I think if you like this podcast, you will definitely like the one I'm recommending now. And it is called Transform Podcast, and it's by Sammy Clark and Sammy Spalter, the founders of the workout community Form. And the conversations they have are so inspiring, and I received so much tips and information from listening to the first few ones. It only started a little while ago, but it's already one of my very favorite podcasts, and yeah, the episodes so far have been incredible. So I can't wait to hear their upcoming interviews and episodes. And I can also recommend following these two amazing women on social media, as I think they share so much inspiration, motivation, and great insights there as well. And in the show notes, I've linked to Transform, their social media. I've linked to the retreat and the Reformer Pilates course I'm doing online as well. So you find all the information about these tips in the show notes. All right, this was everything for this week and these little tips. I hope that you liked the concept and this episode. And if you did, please let me know, and I can continue to do these little shorter tips episodes if you like them. So, all right, have a lovely rest of your day and take care. Next week, I will be back with another fun episode, a concept you recognize and like so far. So definitely stay tuned for that. All right, have a lovely day. Bye.